Welcome to Main Street Today, a podcast or what we describe as radio on demand. Music, lifestyle, business, sports, feel-good stories about you and where you live. I'm Devon O'Day, and I'll be your host for this shareable show. For more on each story, you can subscribe and visit us at mainstreetmediatn.com. Follow us on Facebook and reach out to me if you have a story. Main Street Today starts now. Pass of them. Hi, guys.
Hey, Devon.
I'm so blown away by John Waite. How are you, my friend?
I'm good, having some coffee.
It was a lot of fun. Man, I didn't know it was that much. There's 8,000 things going on all at once.
One of the things we've probably taken for granted is good old-fashioned communication. There's no one way to reach people. So we here at Main Street are communicating through every means possible to make the messages of our hometown accessible. So whether it's a Facebook video, online news, our traditional newspapers available in newsstands, or for an unbelievably affordable subscription price, or here in our podcast, something we like to call radio on demand. You can follow us, you can subscribe, you can even clip an article and send it to someone in the mail. We are your hometown. We are your Main Street. And don't forget to share. Welcome in, everybody. I'm Devon O'Day. Merry Christmas to you. A happy Christmas Eve. We have got a fun show today. We're going to have some great music. We're going to have some interviews you might have missed. And we also are going to give you some Christmas on Main Street ideas. We're going to head first to Watertown to the Adopted Farmhouse Coffee Company. And they all started with a great way about them, and they had a wonderful heart. And so we want to encourage you to take a look at the Adopted Farmhouse.
Farm is a big deal for us because when you think about a farmhouse, you think going home, or at least that's what I think. I think of going home.
Austin Floyd and Allie O'Reilly were wooed by Watertown in Wilson County. The two grew up just down the road in another small town, Gladeville.
This is our honey bourbon latte, so this is what we're known for. We actually make the syrup from scratch.
Allie and Austin own the Adopted Farmhouse Coffee Company. Their goal is to offer an oasis for people to come in, sit a spell, have a great cup of coffee and conversation, and grab a bite. But there's much more to this menu than meets the eye, and it's found in the name.
We opened the coffee shop 3 months before we brought him home. So we were literally in the throes of adoption, and actually that's part of how we raised our funding is the coffee shop. We played a really big role, the business itself played a big role in helping her in getting the funds to bring him home. They were on a time crunch, and the business was just a huge blessing for her. And so we wanted to do that for other families.
Austin and her husband were adopting Alex from China. So several times a year, there will be designated donation days where a portion of the proceeds go to help other families hoping to give a forever home to a child in need.
So I'm making the Watertown Club. It is just a spin on a club sandwich, but we add avocado to it, and it's got bacon and lettuce, tomato that we actually get from Lilac Farms.
And the other part of the name, farmhouse, comes from not just the decor, but the decision to use area farmers when possible.
A lot of our tomatoes will come from the Shop Springs Farmers Market. Our honey comes from a local honey lady that lives just down the road. We have all kinds of, we have local bread that comes from a dear friend that's just down the road. So we use a lot of, because we want to help support the farmers and the people who live here in town.
Several people in town that'll even bring us their fresh blueberries and blackberries, and so we'll do fresh baked goods that have those fresh local berries in them.
Farm fresh tomato makes all the difference in the world. I could eat enough of that, it would make an elephant scream yunkel.
Allie and Austin have brought two other ladies on to help run the kitchen. Kim does the savory and Heather does desserts, all working together to bring this little slice of heaven to the square in Watertown.
When people leave, we want them to have experienced the heart of who Watertown is and that peace that we hope resides in this building, that they can come back and experience that another time.
In Watertown, I'm Tammy Arender for News Channel 5.
Thank you to Tammy Arender for letting us use her stories. She is on every Saturday, News Channel 5. You can find her stories also at Tennessee Crossroads. And also, she is a regular and on staff at RFD TV, covering some really neat stories. Well, we're going to cover a neat story in just a little bit. We're going to talk about the 60-second kitchen. Doesn't everybody love grilled cheese and a good tomato soup? Well, we're going to go to Average Betty's Kitchen, and we're going to do a 60-second kitchen coming up with some great tomato soup. But before that, a little Ronnie McDowell Christmas music for you. He has played some wonderful Christmas shows this season, including one at the Donahoe Hotel, where T. Graham Brown is playing a Christmas show tonight.
A little girl sits down on Santa's knee. She has a list of things for him to bring. But then she softly whispers, "Are those really your whiskers? And you ought to see the smile on Santa's face. A puppy in the window all alone. A little boy says, can we take him home? As Daddy's heart gives in, he takes his little friend and holds him in a loving, warm embrace. Ain't it amazing what just a little love can do? The stick horse bandit scratches up a knee, riding round the Christmas tree. Let's try the Band-Aid trick, and now your horse ain't sick. Mama holds him tight and then he rides away. A soldier knocks upon an old screen door. He just got home from some crazy war. On a snowy Christmas Eve, he's safely home at ease, and their tears of joy are more than words can say. Ain't it amazing what just a little love can do? There's a kind of feeling in the air, 'cause we're all just like children everywhere. In your heart you will feel it, 'cause Christmas Day is magic. If we'd only take the time to say,
Happy birthday, Jesus. Merry Christmas. I love you.
ain't it amazing what just a little love can solve.
Sarah from Average Betty here, and I'm making super easy tomato soup. Super easy tomato soup is also super comforting. How comforting? More comforting than a purring kitten watching cat videos. Let's make super easy tomato soup. Here's a saucepan, and this is tomato sauce. Pretty much just pureed tomatoes with salt and a really light onion and garlic seasoning. Really tomatoey in flavor. If you wanted more of a fancy tomato basil vibe, you could get away with using your favorite traditional Italian tomato sauce. It's all good. This is chicken broth, which I think really makes it taste the best, But if you're going for a vegetarian soup, use vegetable broth. The secret ingredient, soy sauce. Woo-ha! Get that heated through. Here's a little baking soda. It's going to foam up. The baking soda helps neutralize the acids. So when the cream is added, it goes in smoothly. And this isn't actually cream. It's half and half, or half milk and half cream. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Get that all mixed in. Give it a taste. Get it scalding hot and bowl it up. Baby, this is what you came for. Soup's on. Hot diggity dunk. Get the super easy tomato soup recipe at averagebetty.com. So next time you need super easy and super comforting, I hope you give my super easy tomato soup a try. Thanks for watching and subscribing. See you next time.
If you have a good recipe you'd like to share with us, and maybe you have your own video that you do at home, just make it just 60 seconds and we'll put it on. And I cannot wait to feature some from Hannah Dasher. Hannah Dasher's a great singer here in town, but Stand By Your Pan. She has an incredible TikTok channel, and her recipes are funny and they're really good too. That Hannah Dasher, and all the stories and all the recipes that we have here are condensed. They're going to all be easy and 60-second kitchen, just to give you something. It's that midday, and who doesn't like tomato soup? I like to put grated Parmesan on mine. Do you? I mean, what do you have? What is your cheese of choice? Maybe you just dunk your grilled cheese in it. In any case, you can't go wrong with tomato soup. Well, I know that when we go over the river and through the wood to Grandma's house, one of the most important things, I know we talked to Elizabeth this morning. She checked in with us on our way to Minnesota, and the highways are a mess. The further north you get, between weather and accidents and things, whew, it can be holiday travel. There are a lot of things that we need to watch out for traveling state to state. Our Highway Safety Office wants us to be prepared and be safe.
The holidays are a time when many are driving long distances to visit family and friends. Whether you're traveling the mountains of Tennessee
or cruising through Georgia, please remember to pack your patience and these simple safety tips.
First and foremost, buckle up, even in your truck. Make sure everyone is wearing a seatbelt. All child passengers should be properly restrained.
Set your GPS and holiday music before you leave the driveway. Hands-free is the way to be. Call Grandma ahead of time so you can focus on the road. No texting while driving. Let your passengers handle it, or it can wait.
Take your time and enjoy the ride. More cars on the road means traffic will be slower than normal. Allow extra time for the trip.
Driving faster will not get you there faster, but it may get you an unwanted Christmas gift in the form of a speeding ticket.
The holiday season will have people walking and shopping all over. Slow down and be ready to stop suddenly if needed.
Stay alert and aware of your surroundings. Always look before you turn.
And finally, never drink and drive. Plan ahead and always find a sober ride home. Driving drunk is never the right choice. You risk losing your license, your freedom, your life, or the life of someone else. Drive safe, enjoy the holiday season,
and have a happy new year.
The holidays are not always happy for a lot of people when it comes to memories. If we get really rooted in the bad things that have happened this time of year, we lose people. We have things that change, and none of us love change. None of us do, really, in all of our heart of hearts. And if we take that old bad stuff with us into the new holiday, it can really wreck it. But Skip Ewing, we sat down with him, and he had a way of taking the old man past and putting it away and looking at Christmas in a whole different way. What was Christmas like for you growing up?
You know, I'm going to just be straight ahead honest with you. and say, when I was growing up, Christmas was one of the worst times it could possibly be. It's not really something I talk about a lot, but as I've just kind of gone through my life, allowing myself to recognize everything that I've endured in some manner, and you know, my family, my home, it was not someplace anyone wanted to be, not ever. And Christmas time, of course, then you were home pretty much all the time, and that's not a good thing. So Christmas was, the overall feel of Christmas was that. That doesn't mean that I didn't find anything about Christmas that was good. And I think that, you know, when I'm approaching Christmas or Christmas music, that didn't change the beauty of what Christmas was for me. It just changed my own experience of Christmases when I was young. There were bright spots in there. You know, when we would visit my other family, there were just some times where there was, you know, carol singing, and there was some, you know, some presents and that kind of thing. And I don't want to get tongue-tied on you because I don't want to, you know, say too much, but as we're moving ahead in Christmas, it has traditionally been a very difficult time for me. I haven't, you know, Christmas brings back too many ugly kind of memories. And yet, there's as I've reached into my own heart and looked at what Christmas offers, the holiday spirit offers the world, there is something more beautiful than that. And there's a spiritual image that I've always liked, and that is lifting up the lamp or the light of awareness. And so Christmas is kind of like that for me. I just worked on lifting the light up. And you see, if the corners are full of dark, when you lift that light up, well, you don't have to deal with the corners. They go away. All that darkness goes away. Yeah. You just lift the light. So that's what Christmas does, a lot of that with me and making Christmas music. I think it's a beautiful time of the year. I think no matter what your faith is, it offers you a time in our human rhythms that where we say, wow, we can make the world a better place. And you know what? Even when we say Christmas, you know, in the middle of July or June, you're not, you know, having Christmas. But every time we practice generosity, compassion, just loving kindness, so many elements of what is available to us at Christmas, the more time we practice that, the better we get at it, and the more beautiful life is because of it. So that's part of what a Christmas record would be for me.
Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to you and your family. This is Sean Moran from Red Barn Financial, and I'm sitting outside the Red Barn. I wanted to talk to you today about an event that's really important to me. As you know, the season's about more than just giving and receiving presents, but it's about modeling what God has done for us in our lives, and I believe the way to honor Him is by giving back to our brothers and sisters in need. About 10 years ago, I learned that during the holiday season, people often give jackets, boots, and clothing and food to homeless people. All are very important and needed, but not too many people were giving socks. Probably nobody thought of that. So I made it my mission to provide socks for the homeless during the holiday season. We moved to Murfreesboro back in February, and this is the first year that we're going to get to do this in this community. So I really want to make this a successful year. I'm looking forward to seeing the joy on the people's faces here in Murfreesboro, and I would love to have your help. The more socks we can collect, the more people we can bless with warm, dry, clean socks. It makes a difference in so many people's lives. If you'd like to donate socks, you can find me on Monday mornings at Connect Murfreesboro, Wednesday mornings at Networking for Awesome People, and I'll have my collection box with me. If you aren't able to meet at either of those locations, let me know and we'll figure out a time and place to meet. From my family to yours, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and best wishes for a prosperous 2022. God bless.
La da da dum dum, la da da dum dum, la da da dum dum. Ooh, ooh. Running down the stairs, cakes and cocoa in my favorite mug. Pretty flakes are falling. December sets a mood. It's a wonderland around me. All I see is you. You are the perfect gift. Who could want more than this? Come get you some of this Yuletide love. All I wanna do is wrap you up. Your Christmas kiss covers my whole list. It really doesn't matter what I get, 'cause you are the perfect gift. La da da dum dum, la da da dum dum, la da da dum dum. Ooh. Chestnuts on the fire, lights are burning low. Cuddled up together neath the mistletoe. I bet Santa had a hard time deciding what to leave, 'cause everything I wished for was staring back at me. You are the perfect gift. Who could want more than this? Come get you some of this Yuletide love. All I wanna do is wrap you up. Your Christmas kiss, it covers my whole list. It really doesn't matter what I get, 'cause you are the perfect gift. La da 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 dum, la da 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 dum, la da 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 dum. Ooh, la da 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 dum, 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 la da 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 dum. Ooh, you are the perfect gift. Who could want more than this? Come get you some of this Yuletide love. All I wanna do is wrap you up. Your Christmas kiss, it covers my whole list. It really doesn't matter what I get, 'cause you are the perfect gift. La da da dum dum, la da da dum dum, la da da dum dum. Ooh, la da da dum dum, 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 la da da dum dum. Ooh.
What's up, y'all? It's BK from Florida Georgia Line. Want you guys to know I've been working on a country musical called May We All, and we're bringing it to T-Pack.
It's been a long year, we can all agree. Feels good to be back in Tennessee.
Country music is storytelling. That is at the heart of most country music. And the sound of country music is so specific, but varied at the same time. Different eras have different sounds. And so it's really important that May We All represents all of those as much as we possibly can. And at the same time, the music has to be theatrical.
For anybody who loves live music, this show marries theater and heartfelt songs and lyrics.
It's the first of its kind. There is no musical out there that combines contemporary artists with classic artists in this genre. Music not only from Florida Georgia Line, but Old Dominion, Dolly Parton, Miranda Lambert, Casey Musgraves, all of your favorite artists that you can hear on the radio right now, and all of your favorite albums that you have at home.
How am I gonna make it there?
What first drew me to this project is, of course, the incredible country music score. But what drew me in even further is the story.
Jenna, to me, is a small town girl who goes out to make it big in Nashville and figures out how to reconnect with herself and the things that she holds most dear, which in this town are music and family and people.
The town of Harmony is this collection of quirky and eccentric people.
I've been looking at lots of photos of small towns in Tennessee.
The characters are all real people. They're all of us in a lot of ways.
We're having a revival.
This musical is born and bred in Tennessee. Our developmental productions in Memphis and our world premieres in Nashville.
Music isn't just part of the culture, it is the culture.
It's going to be very exciting to go there and to feel that energy.
I just am having such a good time being able to sing again and bring this show to Tennessee.
June 2022, it's gonna be on, y'all. We'll see you in Nashville. Get your tickets now.
The season at TPAC is just unbelievable this year. And so if you want to get a great Christmas present, tpac.org, you can find out all about their new season, whether it's tickets to one show like that Florida Georgia Line brings us, or you can go and get one show, a whole package, 2 or 3 shows. It's a great gift to find under the tree. Another great idea, someone told me, they said, hey, scratch offs. If you're somewhere where you can buy cool little scratch off lottery tickets, those are also fun little presents. I saw a family that would do scratch offs, and they would literally hang them on the tree like ornaments, and people would get them, and everybody would scratch off. And it was a fun little Christmas activity. I thought I'd share that with you. No matter what, we don't do just country music here. We don't do just rock and roll music here. We do music of all sorts, and we get sent so much great music. If you would like for us to feature your music or your new video or things like that, just reach out to me, devonode@gmail.com. And we love, and I found this particular one, it's called Blessed. And I think that this year is different than any other year in that we want to surround ourselves with the blessings. We want to talk about the blessings. And when you have a grateful heart, there's not any room for resentment. And before we leave the show and before we play this song, Blessed, I will tell you, it's been a tough 24 because we lost a media friend, a partner, a person that brought so much sunshine into life. I don't even know how to wrap around the loss of Joe Case, a professional in the first order, but what an amazing man, and called to preach. And he planted a church in Kingston Springs that was met at Harpeth High School. He was an amazing craftsman, made beautiful pipes, and just the thing that I love most about him is his beautiful marriage to his wife Pam, and the two of them just exemplified what Jesus puts together when he anoints a marriage. And we lost him yesterday. And I don't even know how to say it, but that I, along with a lot of you, are heartbroken over this loss. There are no words. And I have learned to just say our prayers with the family, our prayers with Pam and everyone. And all of you who miss them, if you'll just think positive thoughts and pray for them and send them all the love in your spirit that you possibly can. We are a family here in Middle Tennessee, and when one of us is gone, we all feel the tug, but we also know the promise, and we know where Joe is today. And Joe, you will be missed. I'm going to close the show by telling you, be safe, be kind, and remember you are loved. And today, remember, you're blessed.
I wanna take this time to pray for the ones that lost their way. Now do you mind if I said about the child born on Christmas Day? Seems like everywhere we go, they talk about the birth of the Savior. Oh, so remember, we made peace and now it's Christmas time. So live a Christmas you remember, and thank the Lord for his goodness all these times. Embrace the life and live, be blessed. We made peace for now it's Christmas time. So live a Christmas you remember, and thank the Lord for his goodness all these times. Embrace your life and live, be blessed. All this in a town called Bethlehem, there in a room of cattle, there's a baby born in the midst of them. Here is the King Jesus, he was born on this earth to free us. So remember his birth and be grateful, live the Christmas and be thankful, celebrate the newborn King and be cheerful.
All these years we forget about the story that Jesus Christ has been born with his will and glory. If there's no birth, we wouldn't even make this 4 years. So follow Jesus like the wise men follow the stars.
As we celebrate this Christmas holiday, be filled with the laws of blessing each and every day. Forget about the problems, truly see that we had faced, and live by the grace that God has planned. love. The earth was shaking when the king is born. He came as a flash and changed the whole world. Go tell it to the mountains, shout it loud from the hilltops. They saw college name in Manuel. The earth bowed and worshiping, I'm grateful. This year, so tough, but I made it. Strength that he gave this year, I know I made it. Christmas is coming, me and my boys rolling. I know that they've been blessed, we gon' celebrate, yeah.
He's still faithful till the end. Why the doubts keep beating on our mind? Today's the day that we should spend more of our time with our families and friends,
making memories under the Christmas tree. Not just how we can make a better way, but a smile and how it can change the day. So let's rejoice, cause the joy is in the air, yeah.
Maybe it's when I was Christmas time, so live a Christmas you remember, and thank the Lord for his goodness on his signs. Embrace your life and live it blessed. We made this when I was Christmas time, so live a Christmas you remember, and thank the Lord for his goodness on his signs. Embrace your life and live it blessed on this Christmas time.
Families and friends come together, sing carols up all night. Yeah, we better. Let's celebrate this Christmas with joy. Sing Hosanna, Hosanna to the newborn